Hi, hello. In this video, we will learn the concept is called closures. The closures is very important concept in the script programming languages. Okay, first we'll see the what is a closure. Closure is nothing but it is a variable. If you it is a variable like how to declare the variable, we know that we using the var keyword or let keyword. Let is a constant. If you declare the one variable, if we give the type a string, it will store the string data. But in the closure, it is like a variable, but it is storing the function, not single specified data type. Understand what I am trying to tell you? Closure is nothing but it is a closure is variable. It stores the function. We know that what is a function? Function means it is taking parameters and returning the arguments also. Okay, like a variable, you can use the closure also. For example, I would like to pass the variable as a function parameter. Like that also, closure also you can pass the parameter to the functions. In the Swift programming language, many classes many classes have functions, right? In the functions, taking parameter as a closures. Predefined. I'm talking about the predefined classes having closure as a parameters. Most of the functions having closure as a parameter. That is the reason closure is a very important concept you should learn, you should understand. Many developers will not understand because of it is typical and easy concept actually. Finally, I would like to give the definition once. Closure is a variable, it is stores the function. Using this closure like a variable and you can pass the parameter as a you can pass parameter to the function. That's it only. That is a definition. No need to tell more. That's it. Look at here. This is the closure. Closure will everything in the block. This is the parameter area. This is the type of return type operator. You should give the return type. After that, you need to give the in keyword. After that, this is the block of code. Parameter area, return type operator, and you need to give the return type space. You need to give the in keyword. After that, you need to write the block of code. That is the closure. We'll check it out in the Xcode. You can understand clearly. Okay, I taken the Xcode. How to declare the closure? This is the closure. If you open the close braces, this is the empty closure. I didn't give anything in the block, but you need to give the. I am giving the let. I am assigning to the my closure like a variable. Look at here. How to declare the variable? This is the closure. Just remember and keep aside. How to declare the variable? This is the one type variable. This is I declare the one variable without using the type annotation. I would like to declare another variable. This is using the this is also declaring the variable but using the type annotation. At the same way, closure also you can declare the two ways using type annotation and without using the type annotation. First of all, we can see the without using the type annotation. We are declaring the closure without using the type annotation. Without using the type annotation. We know that closure is like a variable. You can use like a variable, but the main use is it can pass a parameter to the function. That's it only. The closure is to hold the function. That's it. Okay. Like a variable, you can declare the closure using type annotation, and you can declare without using the type annotation. The first of all, I am declaring the closure without using the type annotation. This is the closure I assign to the my closure variable. That's it only. I would like to access this closure. How to access this closure? Like this. My closure, you need to give the open and close braces parenthesis. Like a function, you can use this closure. We'll check it out, how it is executed or not. Look at here. You don't understand actually. The reason is it, it, it doesn't have any statement. That is the reason I would like to write the one print statement inside the closure. Uh, my first closure is called. We'll check it out. It is executed or not. Look at here. I'm running it. Look at here. I'm clicking the breakpoint. Yes, closure is called. How to call this closure? Like closure name. After that, need to give the parenthesis. But we have seen the closure is having parameters and return type, all those stuff. Yes, you need to use this, but I don't want to declare it. The first time I don't want to all the stuff. I don't want to declare anything. Just I declare the one closure. I return the one print statement or empty closure. The declaring parameter and return type is optional. If you want to declare, you can declare like a function. If you declare any function, if you want, you can declare the parameter. Otherwise, you are not declaring the parameter, right? At the same way, in the closure also, if you want to declare if you require really parameters, you can declare it. Otherwise, you can ignore it. But I would like to take two parameters. If you want to take one parameter, you can take it. If you want to two, if you want to three, you can. That is your wish. Retaining one parameter, retaining one argument or multiple argument, also your wish. If you want to take multiple parameter and you can retain multiple argument, that is your wish only. Now I would like to declaring the one parameter. I would like to take two parameters like height and width. Like a function, I am taking the int. You know that how to declare this. Need to use the braces, parenthesis. After that, height and width I am taking. The type is integer type. Okay, but I don't want to declare the return type. Even though you need to declare the int keyword. Look at this. Here, first look at here. I declared only taking parameter. I am not returning anything. That is the reason I didn't give the return type operator and return type parenthesis. I don't want that. That is the reason I didn't declare that. But you need to give the space and you need to declare the in keyword. The reason is the in keyword is separating the arguments area and block of code. Okay, it is separating block of code and arguments area. Okay, now I would like to call this closure, but it is expecting two parameters. We declare the two parameters, right? So we need to pass the two parameters. That is the reason it is showing the error. I am declaring 10 and 20. I am passing, not declaring. I am passing 10 and 20. But don't give the like a function like this. It will not accepted. Look at here. If you give like this, it will not accepted. Okay. So don't give this like this. You can pass directly. Okay. And one more thing is you should remember the closures are reference type. That is a very important point you need to remember. Closures are reference type. Okay. Now I am passing. Now I would like to perform the some operation. What is the operation? I would like to calculate the height and width. Is it possible? It is a possible. Yeah, just I am performing the one operation. Look at here. The cursor will be going to the closure and executed the print statement. Look at here. The output will be 200 will be printed. I multiplied. I am not calculating area or all the stuff. Just multiplied. Okay. And one more thing. If you want to take three parameters, if you want to take, you can take. If you want to don't take, you can don't take also. Look at here. I don't want to take any parameters. Look at here. Very important concept. Just listen carefully. I don't want to take any parameters. That's it. You can keep empty braces. And I don't want to take any parameter. I don't want to return anything. You can keep like this also. Look at here. It is also will be correct. Okay. That's it. And look at here. If you don't give the, that is also a same, that is also empty, this is also empty. Understand what I am trying to tell? It is a empty closure. It is not returning. It is not taking anything. It is not returning anything. This is also a empty closure. If you remove this, this is also a same. But if we keep, this is also a same. Sorry, this is also a same, and I am showing this is also a same. And if you remove this, this is also a same, because of it is a empty closure. It is not taking anything. It is not returning anything. Here also it is not taking anything. It is not returning anything. It both will be working same way, same. Look at here. Okay. Now I would like to two parameters, right? Already we discussed. Yes. 100 comma 200. I am passing the to closure. Look at here. 100 will be copied into the H. 200 will be copied to the W. Look at here. I taken the return type operator. After that, I specified the parenthesis, means return type. Return type means this is empty. I didn't specify anything. That's it. If you want to keep. Otherwise, you can remove it. No problem. Same. That's it. Look at here. The output will be 2000, and this statement will be executed, and it has calculated. Okay. And if you want to take one parameter also, you can take. And one more thing, I would like to return one value. First time I am returning one value. After that, I take multiple values also. I would like to return one integer value. So we need to specify the return type only. Don't specify like this. Here always return type should be give the type only. Don't specify any parameter like this, because of this is taking parameter. This is returning argument. So that we need to specify the type only. Then it is getting the error. The reason is we need to return the value. Look at here. I am returning the 32. This value will be into the my closure. So I am taking the return value result, and I am printing the result. Look at here. It will be calculated here. After that, return statement will be executed. Then the cursor will be come to the my closure. The 32 will be assigned to the result res, and I am printing the result. Look at here. That's it. The result is 32. This is the return value. And I would like to return multiple values. So we know that what is this? This is the tuple. Before watch this video, function video you need to watch. Before watch this video, you need to watch the functions video. Then only you can understand clearly. Now I would like to return the two types, that is string, integer and string. Then you need to return the tuple. How to return it? You need to give the parenthesis. After that I have given the 99 success. What is the message? Second parameter is string, right? That is the reason I need to give the success. Means you can give any value, any string value. Now what is the result will be printed? 99 and success. Tuple will be printed. Look at here. That's it. Okay. And I don't want to give the return type, but I would like to return the value. Is it possible? Look at here. It is impossible in the without using the type annotation. It is impossible here. If you want to return the value, you should declare. Otherwise, you can't declare it. Okay. Where we are declaring the closure without type annotation situation. Remember this point first. Learning this thing, all the stuff, we are declaring the closure without using the type annotation. Understand what I am trying to tell you. Okay, if you want to return, you need to give the return type. After that, you need to give the in keyword. This is the closure. This is declaring the closure without using the type annotation. Now I am repeating once. What is the closure? Closure is a variable. It is storing the function. You can use this closure as a variable, and you can pass the parameter to the function. You should remember this definition. Very practical definition this is. Okay, that's it. Now we can declare the closure using the type annotation. Just I am commenting this, I don't want to delete this. The second concept is declaring closure using the type annotation. Declaring the closure using the type annotation. Before concept is without type annotation, like this. Here declaring type annotation like a variable, this type like this. Okay, just how to declare the type annotation, like I am taking the one closure. The name closure name is taken closure 2. Okay, after that how to declare the string type like this, right? How to declare the closure like this, right? This is the closure, but how to declare the closure, this is declaring string type. After that you need to declare the colon. After that I am declaring the closure without taking any parameter and without returning anything like this. How to declare this, you can check it here. Look at here, parenthesis, after that return type operator, and after that this is also this is the declaring closure. It is this closure not taking any parameter and this closure not returning anything. That's it. Just I return the print statement. If you want to write it, otherwise no need to write it, this print statement also. Closure has executed or called, whatever you want. How to call this closure? That's it. Look at here, when you call this, it will be showing this closure as like it is not taking anything, it is not written. This not only this closure, using the without using declaring closure without using type annotation also, it can show like this. Look at here, it can show like this. Okay, I am running it, it will be executed fine. That's it. Most of the time we are declaring the closure like this only, like we are using the means like this, means using the type annotation. Now I would like to take two arguments. Understand what I am trying to tell you? I would like to take two arguments, same. Look at here. In this scenario, here only I can take the data type only. I don't want to take. Look at here. I would like to declare the integer variable. You are declaring any parameter like this? No, it's not possible. Here declare, you need to declare the data type only here also. Okay. After that, I am not returning anything. That is the reason I kept this as this place as empty. Look at here. I would like to take these values like this. Look at here. I declare the parenthesis a comma b. After that, you need to use the in keyword. Okay. I am passing the 10 comma 20. Closure executed and I am printing the a and b. Look at here. Very important concept. That is why I am telling slowly. Okay. Look at here. Yeah, closure is executed and 200 as calculated. And if you want to keep int also, if you want to keep here also, you can keep, no problem. Same, already specified data type. No need to specify the data type again. Just you can give the parameter names. Look at here, both will be same. There is no difference. That's what is my point. If you want to keep this data type also, you can. Otherwise, you can remove it. Now, I would like to return one integer variable. Sorry, integer data. That is the reason you need to specify the data type only also. Then here you need to declare the return type operator. After that only you need to declare the type. Here also you need to declare the type only. Here you are declaring the parameter names. Always you need to declare the return type is type only. Then you need always to declare the return type integer. Always you need to give the some return value, that is integer. The return value will be need to take res. Otherwise you can if you want, otherwise you can call this like this directly in the print statement also we know that you can call this directly, avoiding that these two lines of code you can call directly. Okay, now what is output? A and b multiplied and a return value will be printed here. Look at the what is the output. It will printed closure executed. What is the output? 200 will be printed as printed. After that, return value will be printed 3333. Okay. Here I taken the parameter names here. I taken the data type. If you want to keep the data type also, you can keep it. Now I would like to do one thing here. I don't want to give the data type also. Why? Because why I am removing this data type? Already I given here clearly. So no need to give the data type again. Look at here. It will be getting same output. It has executed as it is. No need to give the data type like this again because I've already given in the this area already declared the type. So no need to give this. You can remove this. We can avoid, and but you need to specify in keyword always. The output will be same. Okay, but if you want to avoid these things also, what will happen? We'll check it out. What is the error? It will not. It's not possible. Okay, but if you want to ignore this a and b value, you can. I think nothing. It is possible. Look at here. But you can't use the a and b here because of you ignored a and b. It doesn't understand a and b. Now it is possible. Just this statement has executed and return value will be printed here. That's it. What has done here? I ignore the parameters names. I don't want to parameter. I don't want to 10 and 20. That is the reason I ignored using the underscore. But I required you need to give the data types. But return type is no mandatory to give here. If you want, you can give here. Otherwise, it will be enough. Already we declare the data type here. Okay, and I don't want to use the a, b, and all those this stuff. I don't want to use the all those this stuff. Then you can use the I can take the print statement, not the statement. If you want to write the print statement, look at here how to do this. $0 plus $1. Look at here what will happen. Look at this. 10 plus 20, 30 as printed. After that, closure has executed. This statement has executed. After that, return statement will be executed. Come to the closure calling. After that, return value has printed. What I am trying to tell you is I removed the parameter names and the return type and in keyword also. Why? Because if you use the $0, it has represent the first position. If you take the $1, it has represent the second position. You can avoid all this stuff, parameter names and return type and in keyword also. Very important concept. $0 and $1. It represents the first position. It represents the second position. You can declare you can use like this also. You can avoid all this stuff. Very important concept. If you want to return multiple types, is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. I'm giving the string. It is possible. Here you need to declare the type. Just fail. It is possible. Yes. Okay. You can declare your wish using take multiple parameters and return multiple values. If you take 3 parameters, you need to use the $2. If you take one parameter, you need to use the $0. Okay, you can practice it. Very important concept. Closures are very important concept. Okay, I think these are more than enough to the declaring the closure using the type annotation and without type annotation. If you understand this declaration, you can manage any type of closure. You can understand. You can write in your own closures and you can understand the predefined closures also. Okay, and that's it only. Declaring the closure, it has fine. And removing this closure, sometimes I would like to declare the closure as, look at here, sometimes you can see also many places. Look at here, closure as 3, Okay, if you do like this, this is also a closure. Look at here. Oh, what will happen? One second. Okay, sorry, it is throwing an error. We'll discuss in then the second video this thing. Not a problem. Sorry for inconvenience. Actually, you have seen the how to declare the closures using type annotation and without using the type annotation. Okay. Finally, I am repeating. What is the closure? Closure is a variable. It stores the function. You can use this closure as a where like a variable, and you can pass the parameter to the function. Okay, and we have another concept also, trailing closure and escaping and non-escaping. We can do another video. Trailing closure will be one video and escaping and non-escaping will be one video. Trailing closure, I will give us some introduction. What is the trailing closure means? If you pass the closure as a function's final argument, that is called the trailing closure. Understand what I am trying to tell you? If you pass the closure as a function, any function's final argument means final parameter, that closure is called trailing closure. Just just remember the definition. You can see the another video, next video, and you can see the another video escaping and non-escaping also. Very important concept. Those two concepts. Before going to the trailing closure and escaping non-escaping, first you need to practice this video how to declare the closure using the type annotation and without type annotation. Then only you can understand the trailing closure and escaping and non-escape easily. Okay, this video has very important concept. Okay, thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel and share it to your friends. Okay, if you have any doubt, just comment me. I can reply to you. Otherwise, I can make another video based on your requirement. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you, friends.